another video episode of my podcast. And my name is Cheryl, and this is Cappuccino Crafts, my little channel on YouTube and my corner of the general interwebs where I like to talk about knitting and sometimes crochet and books and TV and movies and life and other general chatty things that I want to share with you. Thank you so very much for choosing to watch this video and spend a little bit of your time with me. I really hope that you enjoy it. Please settle in, get yourself a delicious beverage, and let's have a lovely visit. So today is Monday, May 31st, which is a holiday weekend in the United States. Today is Memorial Day, where we honor people who have died in military service. And and I don't know why they chose this date. I really don't. But it just has been for a long time. And so, yeah. And it's a summery holiday. It really feels like summer here. Whew, hot. So I didn't even feel like putting any filling in my eyebrows or mascara or any of it. I'm like, it's too hot. I'm just not. So I hope that's fine with you. And yeah, so let's get going. It's been a nice week. I had a very special day a few days ago. What was it? Was it Wednesday? I'd have to get my bullet journal out to check exactly what day of the week it was. Maybe Wednesday. But I decided, no, it was Thursday because, yeah, it was Thursday. Now it's coming together in my head. Wednesday was when I was officially fully immunized after 14 days after my second dose of the vaccine. So I thought I wanted to do an activity that I wouldn't have done, that I haven't been able to do in so long, to celebrate. And so I checked online. There is a local bookstore that I had never visited inside. I have, in the past year, ordered a book from them to be shipped. But I have never seen the inside of the bookstore. So I decided I'm going to go inside a bookstore and browse. I don't even remember the last time I did that. Because for a long time I was just reading so sporadically. And so I'd just pick up something that was already on a bookshelf in the house, or I'd get something from the library. I wasn't doing much book shopping, almost never. So, but now that I've really come back into reading, I'm like, yes, it's time to browse and enjoy a bookstore. And yeah. And it is a really nice bookstore. It's pretty sizable, and they have new and used books. So it's quite a variety that they have. And, you can find some used books for a great price, or get just brand new releases. And they even get some rare books in. I think, I don't know. I don't know what the rare books are. So I don't know if they're scattered through the store or if there's a special section. I didn't see a section marked rare, but I did really enjoy browsing. And I did get 2 books. I got Ring Shout by P. Jelly Clark. This is a book I have really been wanting to read. I've so much been enjoying P. Jelly Clark's Cairo series. I know that I love his writing style and storytelling. And this is another novella. I don't think there are plans for a continuation. I think this is going to stay a standalone, but it is set in the United States in like the mid 1910s, like 1915 to 1920, in that range, in the United States, which was a time when the Ku Klux Klan in the United States was very, very active and at one of the heights of their power that they've ever had as far as membership and activity. And also a very famous white supremacist propaganda film was released that got was very popular film at the time and even got like very critical praises. And movies were new at the time, and it was kind of groundbreaking with the camera and the movie technology, like movie techniques. It was like kind of a state of the art, like directing and movie storytelling and camera work. That movie is called The Birth of a Nation. So this is set around that time, and it is alternate history because in this United States at that time, there were monsters and demons, and they had infiltrated the KKK. So some of these monster demons had infiltrated themselves into the KKK and were having their own agendas, and they put some kind of magic power or curse or something into the movie, The Birth of a Nation. So that was a part of their plot. And then there's a group of monster hunters that are hunting all of the demons out from the KKK and anywhere else. But I think they're specifically right now working to find the ones that are in the KKK. That's what this novella is about. And I'm really excited to read it. I did find a used book, although it's in such beautiful condition. I don't believe it's ever been read. I couldn't even tell that it had been used. I was a little bit surprised, actually. But it was a very happy surprise when I saw the price. I was thrilled, and this is a used book in beautiful condition. It is the collected works of Flannery O'Connor, who is, I have read in school, like in university, several of her short stories, and she's more famous for her short stories, I think. But she also wrote a couple novels. and other things. But this is her first novel that she ever wrote, and a selection of her short stories, and also a selection of letters and essays that she wrote. She is considered kind of one of the best Southern Gothic writers in American literature. She, I believe, kind of pioneered that style or genre, whatever you want to call it. But she is very much in the United States literature canon. And I saw this collection, and ever since school, I'd been interested in reading some more from her, but I hadn't followed through with it. But I saw this collection in the store, and I thought, yes, that looks really good to have kind of a varied collection of different kinds of things that Flannery O'Connor wrote. So that was very exciting. Last week was a special episode, that video, so I didn't talk about any of my current reads. So, since the last time I updated you about my current reading, I finished The Vanishing Half by Britt Bennett, and I love that book. It has been hyped a lot around YouTube, and it lives up to everything. So beautifully written, and thematically, so many like really, really deep and thoughtful themes that are well developed, and it gives you so much to think about, and characters that are complicated, characters that make you angry, characters that, even though they frustrate you so much, you still can understand a little bit where they're coming from. And it's just really, really, really good. The Vanishing Half by Britt Bennett. It is, at its core, it centers around two twin sisters, and they are both very light-skinned Black girls in America, and they run away from their really stifling little town, and they run away together, but later one of them decides to leave her sister and leave all her like family and history, everything behind, and live life as a white woman, to pass as white and live that life. And the other twin holds on and clings to her African American identity. She marries a dark-skinned Black man. They both have children, and in the next generation, when their children are college age, their children meet, and then that starts another chain of events where secrets come out, and the sisters see each other again. It is so emotional. It is so it's very emotional, very beautifully written, and intricate storytelling. That's the only book I finished. I am well in process of reading Mine to Possess, which is the 4th novel in the Psy-Changeling series by Nalini Singh. The Psy-Changeling series is speculative science fiction slash slightly paranormal feeling romance, but also thriller and political suspense. And this is another entry. It's good. I'm enjoying it. Yeah, it's a solid series. And I started today another book. I did get this book in the grab bag that I got months ago from the library. I ended up returning it without reading because I just ran out of time. I didn't get to it fast enough, but I was very interested in it. I did return the physical book a while ago, but I did find the audiobook in the digital collection, and I decided to check it out again as an audiobook, and I started listening to it today. The book is called The Dearly Beloved by Kara Wall. And this book has a beautiful cover. I will admit that's what caught my attention at first, but then I read the short synopsis on the back, and I knew that it was a story I was interested in. This is, I guess I'd call it maybe general fiction, bordering on literary fiction. It is about two couples, and both of the couples, like two pastors and their wives, and they are working together in the same church, and they work together for years. Both of the couples, they're like partners in ministry and best friends, and all four of the people come from very different backgrounds and very different points of view. It's about their relationships. It's about how they work together, but it's also about faith and empathy and challenges to faith, and how you react to those challenges, and how your faith is either strong enough to stand, or whether you lose your faith, and how that can happen. So it's got a lot of themes. It's very character focused, and I've listened to about 45 minutes so far in real time. I'm listening to it a little bit fast. I am not a super speed listener by any means for my audio, but I do speed it up like to 1.35. So I get through it a little bit faster, but it still doesn't sound like chipmunk voices. And it's not so fast that I can't follow the sentences and stay focused. And so I have met all of the four characters. They've all been introduced in their background and where they came from. Yeah. This is the themes I knew were going to be really interesting to me, and I wanted to read about them now because in this last 5 years, there have been so many challenges and changes in my own faith. Because I grew up like very conservative Christian, evangelical Christian, and that has been there. I've had to really, in the last 5 years, look at a lot of things and reevaluate. So I have been really thinking and exploring a lot about my faith and what I was taught, and my faith has changed a lot. I haven't lost my faith, but my faith looks quite different. The core, for what I believe in, the core of my faith has stayed at the center. The basics, the very, very basics have stayed at the center, but a lot of things around that center have shifted. So far, from what I've listened to, I really enjoy the writing style. The characters are really coming into focus with details and with a lot of layers, and I really like that. So I'm really glad that I finally am starting to read this book. But those are all the books. And oh, I went straight to the books. I forgot to talk about the crafts. Oh my goodness. Okay. I am closing in on the finish of the socks. This foot is a little longer. It's time to switch to this foot and get it caught up. But pretty soon it will be time for the toes in this color. Yeah, I don't even have much yarn left for the foot portion. I might have to change color and do a little bit of each foot in the blue, but there will be enough yarn to finish. But the blue section might be a little longer than just the toe. But yeah, that's the crafting. So there you go. And if you are crafting, I hope that your projects are going beautifully and are really fun. I hope that whatever you may be reading, that you're enjoying it and it's very interesting. And wherever you are, I hope that you and your family and all of your loved ones are well and safe. And take care. See you next time. Bye-bye.